on now. You'll like it.
Radio Grognard, I always do a day ahead of time. And I stay up till midnight and go, okay, publish. Good night.
Okay.
I was asked, how much editing do you do in your podcast? I go,
editing?
If I do an interview, I trim the front and the end, but everything else stays.
Yeah, I don't. I can't not edit it. I mean, I don't edit it. Well, yeah, I do edit it. I take a lot of the big pauses out. that I'm going. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, dwarves be different than guys.
Alrighty.
Female dwarves, beards. Let's talk.
Dwarves, elves, and halflings be different than regular people.
That they be.
Oh my
gosh.
Yeah. We're live. Everything is being promoted out, so who knows if...
Hi. So what inspired you to do an episode?
I don't know. It's about time, don't you think?
I think so. It'll hold them until we can get Heroes Brew out, I guess.
Yes.
Last week's episode we did was impromptu based on one of Eric's rants.
Oh no.
Oh, by the way, thank you for mentioning Yar. On your,
Yar.
On your
kissed with a
podcast.
yar, about a yard long.
And a year out. The
Yes.
ship's a year out.
Well, that's something that suffers from the Kickstarter-itis of I have this great idea, but I'm not going to write it until I take money. Oh, shoot, that ain't right. No, and the thing is, it's revising a game that was already written, so you're not like you're writing it from fresh, but it's the writing, it's the layout, and if you don't have that stuff, you see, I can't speak per se for any individual, but I do know that, like, for me, if you gave me $10,000 up front
Dollars.
and said $10,000
Dollars.
I'm in New York, you give me whatever amount. I'm going to pull $10,000 out of my ass. I think Yar was a lot less, but you give me money and then you tell me, and I want you to do something later. Because guess what? But by the time later comes, the money's gone.
Hey Vince, does that sound familiar?
No, not at all.
Certain guy named Jason.
No
Here,
comment?
let me transfer you a bunch of money.
No, yeah.
What do you want? I want this. Then like 6 months later, okay, I'll forget that. I want you to do this now.
Well, I mean, think about it. When you work, when you have a job,
So I just make this
they don't
so?
tell you, hey, today is Monday and I'm going to pay you for the next 2 weeks' work. They don't do that. Nobody pays you for your next 2 weeks' work. It's, guess what? You got a new job. You have to work the next 2 weeks before you see a paycheck for the previous 2 weeks.
Oh,
Kickstarter.
for those just tuning in, we are doing the old school blues, so we are live on YouTube.
But
Yeah,
wherever Eric goes, Kickstarters follow.
It comes
Boom,
up,
boom.
and I tend to get that New York animation out of me. Hi, folks.
Yes, I'm sitting
I
alongside...
wish I was.
Well, boom. Glenn is back, as you can hear, folks. The infamous DM Glenn.
Not
Glenn is
fast
back.
enough.
There's gonna be trouble.
And listen to tomorrow's Radio Grognard. You wouldn't believe what I'm going to say. I have no idea what I'm going to say.
What's Glenn going to say? Up next.
It's clickbait, okay?
Glenn's
That's my clickbait.
See, Glenn,
Glenn,
say
hear
something
what?
controversial. Click here.
Yes.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Not at all.
No? Good!
Anyway, so this week we're going to sit back and we're going to talk a little about getting where you get your inspiration from for when you're planning a game. I think that's a good topic to talk about with all the senior folk here.
I did gain.
I didn't mean gain like that.
Well, I'm a fat bastard, so okay.
Last time I saw you, you weren't so fat, Glenn, so be quiet.
Are we talking about smelling?
The man says. What can I say? It's
you were
so
a svelte
where do we get our inspiration? Oh boy.
What?
You got a couple hours? So.
You got
a couple days?
We got as much time as Eric has before hosting the Tavern Chat.
What, you actually want to go? What, you want to go eat before the chat?
Yes. Well, believe me, we'll have an idea when like Rach is home, because I'm sure the dog will like. Yep.
Glenn's here.
Yeah, Kickstarters and the dog follow him.
Yeah, I closed the curtains between the rooms already, so maybe she won't realize that Glenn's on the other side, but you will hear my wife coming in downstairs.
God help me if I ever visit you.
Yes.
Glenn, when we have the place in the Poconos, we'll have space. You can have your own bathroom, so you can have like that.
My own dog to bug me.
All right.
Right.
Well, anyway.
9.5 pounds of dog. Come on, how much is that?
Oh, by the way, sometime this week, Full On Gamer is supposed to show up on my doorstep.
Clothed?
I would hope so.
Yeah. He is out of the Army now, and he is now a long-haul trucker.
Him and Pauly Shore. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, pretty much. But he's already visited Brian. He said he'd be in the Oklahoma City area, so look for me. So it's like, you're going to come at the worst possible moment, aren't you?
Because the Oklahoma City area is small. And you'll be able to see you.
No, it's just flat and dull.
That too.
Yeah.
You got a casino at least. I mean,
a couple of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, where there's natives, there's casinos.
I was about to say, because a lot of times in a lot of states you can't have a casino unless it's on Indian grounds.
That's true. Oh, and I bought a new mouse for this podcast.
Just for this podcast.
Well, yeah, because I didn't have a mouse for my laptop.
Aw, how sweet.
Well, we have 4 grandkids running around here on the weekends, and they're all on machines or tablets or something. And whatever they want, we're always one short. Or I broke it. Do you have another one?
So they're running around. Well. So they're machines running around, is what you're saying.
Yeah, well, they are. Oh, well, what are you going to do? It's a grandparent thing.
So inspiration.
Anyway. I got inspiration from that.
Bringing it back.
I'm looking straight at Eric right now. Eric?
Oh,
Am I giving you inspiration, Glenn?
What?
Am I giving you inspiration?
Well, inspiration on how to do this.
Eric looks like he's in like a TIE fighter or something.
Well, it's like, I don't know if I can like. See, if it goes up too far, then all you're gonna see is the top of my head.
Right.
So.
Well, if anybody starts calling you Porkins, you can leave. You know?
Don't die!
Eric,
I can't see him.
Live from the laundry room, it's Eric. No.
Hold on a second. There. Oh, now it really is TIE Fighter looking.
Was it like a box of strawberries you put under there? What the hell was that?
It's oatmeal cookies.
We'll get to the topic soon, folks.
We haven't done this in a long time, so we're playing with the video.
Okay, while you're playing with the video, tell us about your inspiration for games, Eric.
Well, how am I supposed to play with the video and give you... This is my inspiration for gaming, all right? Talking to knuckleheads like you who usually have the good ideas. No.
Sitting in the Poconos for a week and thinking about it.
No. The Poconos is my escape from thinking. I'll be honest with you. I don't know. I go up there with a lot of like these great ideas, and I'm gonna catch up on reading some of these adventures and modules that I've backed, like for I don't know, Astonishing Swordsman and Sorcerers of Hyperborea, and I'm gonna read them, and I don't nap either. I just go out and do stuff. That's really scary. But no, I mean, if you want inspiration in the community that we're in, hopping onto Google Plus is still a great way to get inspiration. The conversations are still going on. Not as fast and furious as they were a couple of years ago.
That's because Google left Google Plus for dead. That's why.
Yeah, like a lot of the.
Yeah. I thought it was still viable.
It still is, but they just don't. They really don't update it or do anything with it ever since the last update, and they announced dropping support for most of it.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I mean,
Hangouts
it's
included.
lasted longer than Google Wave.
don't do a spit take on the mic, Vince.
Oh my god, I
Please.
completely forgot about Google Wave. Wow.
Google Wave, they pushed Google Wave. It's going to be the next thing and something. And then it was, yeah, we've had it for 6 months. We don't even know what to do with it.
We're bored. That's what it turns out.
It's like, I don't even remember how the damn thing worked, to tell you the truth.
I couldn't tell you.
It was bizarre. But
last time I had to reinstall my laptop here, I found out I still, for some reason, I still had AOL Messenger on it.
Glenn.
listen, having AOL Messenger isn't as bad as having AOL installed. All right, I can forgive you for having AOL Messenger. It's if you still had like AOL, like, bing, you've got mail. If you still had that popping up, then we'd have issues.
Oh, Glenn's connecting. Hold on.
Hold on.
That's inspirational right there.
There you go. I didn't know Google. People have mentioned Google Plus a lot lately because I'm still stuck in Facebook land.
I find that Facebook is good for the communities.
Yeah,
they are, and they are more focused on gaming than on the Google Plus side. The Google Plus side gets a little wacky in their communities. But I do know that, Facebook by far drives way more traffic than Google Plus does for me. And I have like, I don't know, nearly 10,000 people have me circled on Google Plus, and I think 2,200 have me friended on Facebook.
Okay.
But Facebook is certainly.
It's frustrating.
Yeah.
I think I get more hit. Yeah, Dylan.
What'd you say?
I said I get more hits from Reddit than Facebook at this point.
Really?
I've known about Reddit for many years, and I still can't figure out how it works. I mean, I thought it's not just, it's a message board, yeah, but people, I keep getting lost on Reddit.
Well, the thing about Reddit is that they don't want you pushing your own stuff, for the most part.
Okay.
A lot of the gaming communities, which I got voted down one time for putting I put up one post in like a year, and it got voted down and then removed because I had linked something to a blog that I actually wrote. I was like, all right.
No, I've never experienced that at all. I must have been whatever forum you went to, but I don't know.
Reddit kind of reminds me of the old Usenet news groups.
That's pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what? You're right.
I should
the only
think
thing we're
about
lacking
it like
is, the Ask You To porn. And then it'll be right on top.
Yeah.
I actually like to head over to Reddit and to the OSR community that they have on the subreddit there and read a few things before I start to plan something out, because they have a pretty decent subreddit.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty big, the OSR subreddit. And they also have like an O5R subreddit there. Not as popular as the OSR one, but there's a lot of activity there. And if I drop links in there, yeah, maybe you won't get as many upvotes and things, but you get a lot of people clicking on the links, because it's thousands and thousands and thousands, more than Facebook, I think, sometimes.
Is there a point to like up and down voting?
Yes.
Yes.
The more upvotes you get, the more you get seen, and the more upvotes you get and seen, the closer you get to the front page, which means more eyes on it.
Okay, if I was selling something, like me.
Well, you are selling something. You'd be selling Old Man Grognard.
Well, yeah, say like you put up a video of Old Man Grognard's advice on how to pick your nose while in the game and rolling a d20 at the same time. And because that sounds like a Glen video.
I got that down, Pat.
And my question is, does the nose picking, can that affect the weight of the die?
Well, if the booger sticks to the die while you roll it.
There you go. Oh, man.
But if
that's inspirational, right?
Lou Zacci must be really shaking right now. It's like, no!
And then say, like Glenn puts it in, he posted it in the subreddit, and people start upvoting it, and the more upvotes it gets, the more seen on that subreddit. The more it's seen on the subreddit, it gets voted. The chances are it'll go to the front page, so when people go to reddit.com, your post may appear there eventually.
Okay. It's kind of like what Becky goes through to try to get her stuff on the first page of Amazon.
Yeah, kind of in a way. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. It's all about popularity, man.
But I go to Reddit, I'll find something that I find interesting, and I'll jot down the idea in my OneNote or my Evernote, whatever I have at hand, or my little handy little analog like this.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Hey, I use a bullet journal, so don't.
I have some bullet journals
I'm not
too
gonna-
for my notes. I have one right here. I haven't opened yet, but it's the World of Warcraft one.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
I use Campaign Logger, John Ford's
Campaign logger.
John Ford's program. Yeah, it's called Campaign Logger. It's built for campaigns. I got in real early on it, so I got like a lifetime license. So I feel obligated to use it.
I was about to ask about that. Was it subscription based?
It's a monthly thing, but like I said, I got a lifetime license, so if I can find it, I'll.
Yeah, campaign-logger.com.
Is that what it is? Okay.
That's what I'm looking at. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I just got my my bar there. I just click on it and I go there.
You sound like such an old person.
Yeah. Well, 61, boy. Right here.
I click the thing and it brings me to the thing. That's all I know.
I'm on the Discord.
I got a friend I've known for at least 25 years, lives in Florida. I know better than to say to try and help him with anything computer related, because it ain't gonna work, because he just don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what show me again what you did with the button and I want to know exactly how you did it and how you got. No, you don't. You just need to know this.
Right. So when you go on the Facebook and buy some music from the iTunes, you should be fine.
The iTunes, I love it.
Yeah.
I do a search on the Googles.
When they add the to the name, you know it's an old person.
Yeah.
I go on the YouTube or that blank thing, that YouTube thing, or
I don't
that
understand
Facebook
it.
thing.
I open up the page and all of a sudden these sounds come out of my computer.
And yes, old people give me inspiration.
We have our chat going on here live, and we have DM Crispy in our chat from Save or Die Podcast.
Oh my gosh.
He's saying Glenn is literally a grandpa. Leave him alone.
Oh, yeah, actually, oh, jeez.
Okay, Crispy. And by the way, Crispy, thank you for leaving a review on iTunes for Radio Grognard. I appreciate it. Thank you.
He was your review?
Yeah, he gave me. I got 3 reviews on there.
Oh,
Two
okay.
guys like me. I got 5 stars from 2 guys, and one guy gave me 3 stars because he said I needed a straight man.
What?
You need a straight.
Whoa, Glenn! What are you trying to tell us? No.
No, he said he's not good alone. He needs a straight man.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
You need someone to make fun of, like me there, apparently. So
to bounce stuff off of, but it's like, dude, it's 10 minutes a day.
Enough for nothing. That is, I think, the sweet spot. Anything under 20.
10, 15 minutes,
Yeah.
Or a solo podcast, 15 minutes should be suffice.
20 is the longest I've gone. That's only because I was trying to explain how to write an adventure in an hour.
Okay.
In 20 minutes.
You did it in, 20 minutes, so that's good.
Yeah, I showed him how. The challenge was, and I did a video on my regular video, my Grognard too, of how to write an adventure in an hour with just the core book or books.
You take a piece of paper and you go, adventure, and you're done.
Exactly.
That's how you do it.
But yeah, I just said, here, I'll take my rule cyclopedia. I'm not using anything else, and I'll show you how to do it. Because it's one of those things like a convention or a house is, hey, can you run something? All right, give me an hour. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go.
Well, that's always good. For me, if I need something really quick, Inkwell Designs, they have, was it the Sidetrack quest cards?
Yeah.
I will generally go through those cards, randomly pick 4 or 5, look at those 4 or 5, and go, which one speaks to me? If you just pick one random, now you're like forced to. It's like I like this one, and give me 10 minutes, and I can probably get most of the session out of that single card. I've done that quote live.
I have got a question for you, Glenn.
What?
Crispy wants to know: did you see his XP calculator he posted in the BX Facebook page group?
No, I didn't. But thank you for telling me. Now I will go look at it and download it.
He said he was listening to some old shows, and you mentioned how you hated tabulating XP, so he decided to make a calculator for you in Excel. Aww.
Oh, that's cool.
He's gonna hate me now.
Why is that?
Because in my regular Monday game, I decided to go with story-based XP.
Woo!
It's one of those, you guys do so many things. Okay, everybody bump up. Everybody bump up.
Milestone leveling, then.
Milestone leveling. And it doesn't work as well what I'm running than, like the guy before me who's running 5e. Everybody goes up at the same time, so that's no problem. But I'm running Astonishing Swordsman, and each class has a different XP chart.
Right.
So I got to look at them and go, okay, I can level him and him.
Right. It's like, where, actually, so in other words, you're using like behind the scenes XP numbers. Like, all right, this adventure, the party's now at 5,000 XP each, giving you what levels. You're doing like quote, the counting behind the screen, as opposed to having each person being given.
Well, it used to be worse when I would DM. People had to remind me I had to hand out XP.
You'll get that next session. I'll give it to you next session.
Yeah.
I want to know if I leveled up now.
Yeah, I have the same problem. People were like, "Hey, what about our XP? Are we gonna?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, hold on."
I used to do the same thing with treasure. Oh, you guys want treasure? Okay.
What do you mean?
Treasure's overrated. Come on, you do this just for the pure enjoyment of killing shit. Taking this stuff is
my inspiration. A lot of time come from the players.
Well, the best inspiration comes from players when you're sitting around the table and they say something and
right.
you're like, well, bam, I'm using that, but you don't tell them.
I've done that before.
I didn't plan on having a secret door there.
I don't know how much inspiration I got off of Glenn when we were playing the Oriental Adventures game, and he would say something goofy. Remember we were playing Oriental Adventures? It was me and you.
Yeah, I talk like this. I talk like Arnold from Happy Days.
Yeah. And Thor
you
Camera.
know I was going to do that.
Yes, I knew you were going to do that. Thor Camera was there, and then you would say something goofy, and I'm like, that goofiness could be turned into a side plot.
There is a germ of total inspiration in that. And that's true.
Yeah. There's this one organization that does this on an annual basis. They do a Gen Con and stuff, but over in like the N World or some other message board, they used to do Iron DM.
Oh, God, I remember that. Yes. I think it was
yes.
N World.
I like that. Toss out some like things like words and stuff and make an adventure around it.
Like, for example?
I don't know, stew, leaves.
Yes. I did the last Radio Grognard I said, okay, you're all in a bar and this duck's there and spitting jewels on everybody because, somebody gave me the word spit, duck, and jewel. So we got a duck in the bar spitting jewels on everybody. I don't know why. It just
happened. I'm diving at the jewels.
Every time I hear Radio Grognard, Glenn, I keep thinking of like an old guy standing on a soapbox with a megaphone. Can you hear me, you damn kids? I'm going to talk about D&D today.
Okay. And then at the end, I say we're monetized for as little as 99 cents a month. You can support this program, and I feel like I'm doing a pledge drive on PBS.
And Glenn goes, he's one of the old people that go to www. Wait,
no, I say,
hold on.
No.
Let's do an oldie but goodie. Hey, Glenn, what's Eric's blog's address?
Oh, no, don't do it. Don't do it.
Oh, man, we had so much fun with that one.
And it wouldn't be an episode of Think Goes Hammer if I didn't say at least once. And you can email us at oldmangrog. thinkgoeshammer@gmail.com.
Listen, one of the quotes from the people that listen to religiously, I shouldn't say religiously, but frequently, on a regular basis to my tavern chat, and they also show up on the Wednesday tavern chats, was, I listen to the Tavern Chat podcast every morning. Sometimes I think it's NPR till the F-bomb drops. And then I remember I'm in Geek Heaven instead. So I was like, I like that. That's what I have up there for my blurb for the podcast.
I did see that.
That is perfect.
Mine's just to know it's our podcast about stuff.
From an old guy.
From an old guy of 60. Just so you know, Gil Gygax is 1 year older than you. and she feels that she's subject to elder abuse because she's being sued.
Oh,
So
wait a minute. She's 1 year older than me, and
Yes.
she's single. She got any money?
No, she wants your money.
Okay.
You too can buy a brick at some point, and
Folks.
and support the project.
You can email Glenn's wife at oldmangrognard.com.
You could tell you what. I'll shit a brick for her. How about that?
I don't want to see that at all.
Is it made of straw?
I don't want to pass that at all.
Fiber, Metamucil in your diet. You'll be much better for it.
Well, Glenn gets too graphic. Let's take a look at his shirt for a minute. Okay, we're fine.
For all those people listening audio-wise, Glenn is wearing a Rule Cyclopedia shirt.
What he means is the actual cover. He doesn't have like the Rule Cyclopedia glued to his shirt, which I would find to be fucking amusing.
Actually, I wouldn't doubt if Glenn did that. So
after I bought this, people started telling me about like they're not getting paid for stuff like this. Who was this? This is an Elmore cut, not Elmore, but easily
Right.
did the cut. And so I feel guilty enough doing this that when I go to North Texas next year, I'm handing him $40 for the shirt, saying you didn't get paid for this, but now you did.
Well, actually, but didn't he sell the rights? Like when TSR published.
I don't know.
Adventures.
Did CSR buy rights? Did they buy
I'm
rights?
pretty sure. I would think that for book covers they would own the art.
they would have
Because
to.
I remember the artist in Mad Magazine when Gaines was alive. Mad would buy the art outright.
Yeah, I think that Wizards of the Coast probably owns all their artwork, so really you shouldn't be giving it to Jeff. You should search out Wizards of the Coast
I'm not
and
giving
tell
them
them
a dime.
I gotta give you money
No, I'm not
for
giving
my
them a
bootleg
dime.
shirt.
That's like giving Hasbro money. I don't want to give Hasbro money.
Aw.
That's another reason why I don't play 5e. I don't want to give Hasbro money.
But Hasbro wants your money.
Yeah, well, Hasbro can wish in one hand and you know the rest.
And shit in the other?
That's it.
Yep.
There
See
you
which
go.
one fills up faster.
It's
No,
you know
I like Jeff, and I wouldn't mind giving him like the $40.
okay.
It's a guilt pay, I know.
It's misguided guilt, but okay.
Welcome to the Old School Blues podcast, where we have no topic and no no direction
We
this
have
week.
a topic. This is our inspiration. This is
Old people inspire me not to be an old person.
Well,
I'm 61. They inspired me to make it to 62.
Like I said, though, I find that those the Inkbowl design side quest cards
Uh-huh.
are awesome for inspiration.
I have some of their dungeon dice around here somewhere.
Oh, the Dungeon Morph dice.
I
Yes.
love those
Dungeon Morph
dice. Yeah, I love those dice. You throw them down and get inspiration from that. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, and they got the cards too now. Dungeon Morph cards.
See, I usually don't have an issue finding a map or mapping my adventure, thanks to frickin' Vince over here and Ilwin's floor plan generator. I'm a mapping machine, and
I'm still working that when playing around with it.
You
I
got
also
it too?
picked up Dungeonographer and Cityographer because if I want to do some city maps, I want.
What'd you say, Vince?
Didn't you got it too as well? After Eric picked it up?
Yeah, I went and plumbed for it.
I've got. You know what's funny? Like
I had to
played
install
with it.
Steam again, but okay.
Steam. Well, here's the thing with Illwinter. It's damn. I don't want to say simple, but it has an ease of use, but it has a lot of hidden features that you don't find until you stumble around for 5, 10, 15 minutes pulling your hair out. So I had people after I mentioned it and I put up some maps that I've done with it.
Uh-huh.
I've had people going, yeah, for $7 I'm buying it. I'm getting these Facebook messages, and then like 10 minutes later, I don't understand it. And it's like, you know what? Maybe I got to put together like
That'd be a guide.
A guide, yes.
It's not the most, I want to say, intuitive, easy program to play around with at first. No.
Well, it's easy to get your basic stuff on the sheet, but to make it look good, you got to figure some stuff out on your own. And one feature I love about it is that I can hide secret doors perfectly for VTT with this. I didn't, because you have that little feature where you just kind of like slide down either the wall or slide the floor larger, just like, I don't know, it's like a quarter of a hex or a fifth of a hex. That's usually just enough that you're hiding the secret door, that you make doors come perfectly attached to the walls. It's a powerful enough program. What I'd like to see with it is more icon packs. They have icon packs you can download. They're for personal use only. These are people that scrub the internet for stuff, so they don't have the rights for it. So this is just like personal use.
Okay.
But if I gotta see if I can find icons from other programs I legitimately own and that can be used commercially, because Illwinter's floor plan generator, the maps you design, you can share commercially or you can use commercially.
Nice.
And I think that's awesome.
So you could basically start your own mapping career for people based on this program.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Well, my idea is to give away a map a week, and I'll use some others for my own adventures I want to get out there. But I'd like to give out a map a week, maybe two.
Yes, DM Glenn.
What do you use for making maps?
I use this
pencil paper.
paper. I used the floor plan generator, but I kind of strayed away from it because I was getting bored of it. And then I just saw Eric mention it, and I'm like, you know what? He wants something simple for the Mac, and I know this works on the Mac because I've used it on my Mac. So
okay, cool. I've done the same thing that you do. I also steal a lot of maps. I take Dyson's map, I print one out, and I just start. Okay, I don't want that. Okay, fine, I got a dungeon.
I would look at his maps to figure out how to draw something that I want to draw that I can't figure out how to draw. Like if I want to draw like a tower with a certain window shape or secret door, I'll look at his maps and go, hey, that's exactly what I want. And I will try to copy it in my own way so it's not copying his, obviously. But inspiration comes from... Yeah. I'm not tracing his or anything. I'll just take like the pad and I'll be like, all right, and try to figure... It doesn't look like his, obviously, so, he doesn't have to worry.
Well, it's better what I used to do, which was Mario Paint. But...
Dude, whatever floats your boat, man.
That was way back.
Mario Paint.
I use Mario Paint. I mean,
yeah. Everybody, look at the CRT screen. It's got Mario Paint up on it.
Yeah.
But no, it's a good program for $7. It's a bargain and a half.
Is it still listed in beta?
It's still technically it's 1 point. It's still adding features. That's the other thing. They updated twice this month, apparently. Or last month, September.
Well, I mean, all the people you had flooded into him probably, gave him a little boost of money. So.
well, no, these are 2 updates before I even, flooded him with, holy crap, where did this dozen people come from?
Oh, please. It's probably more than that.
Eric has influence. That's where they came from.
He can make you an offer you can't refuse.
Yeah. With great influence comes great responsibilities.
By the way, Becky calls me an influencer now.
An influencer. You are an influencer.
Yeah, because I don't create content, but I point people in the right direction for content.
No, technically you are a content creator by making podcasts and videos. So you are a content creator in that sense.
Okay.
Right.
In that sense, you're right. Okay.
You are a jack of all trades.
He's a jack of something.
I'm a jack off all trades.
He's a jack of something, yeah.
Yeah, jack off something.
Okay. 30 minutes in. Do we even get anything covered? Probably not. But
no, we did.
We talk about inspiration. Come on. Oh, you're just too rigid.
Too rigid? Too rigid?
But, again, you were talking about,
professional
resources.
If I'm looking at the screen of 3 pictures. If we were doing the 3-point alignment system, it follows along. Vince, lawful, neutral, chaotic.
There you go. But
sadly, you're wrong.
You have Dyson. You have Matt Jackson. They both share maps out there for you to use for your home campaigns.
You got Google.
And again, with Illwinter, it'll ape that style. With the hashing and all that stuff, so you'll look like a Dyson map without the Dyson details, which is...
All you have to do is take it into a paint program and then paste his signature in there, and you're off. Then you go publish.
Make your own Dyson original.
Yes.
There you go. It's my very own imitation fake Dior.
just like art forgers. There you go.
Well, you need a lot better program than this one to do that, because they're see, like, I like doing my own maps when I can, and that's because usually as I'm doing the map, my inspiration comes to what I expect to see. Where it's like, okay, well, the way this is setting up, then I got my cultists on the right side of the map because they have their own little section with that secret door and like the murder corridor, and then maybe I got kobolds toward left southern area. It all starts building itself as I'm doing it.
I kind of saw something in one of my books, but I thought about this. I said this on one of my podcasts. Is would it be nice if there was like a book with just lists of, like, say, the basic dungeon. Every dungeon needs this, an entrance, dot, 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 dot. And then you could do different lists on, okay, if you're making a temple, add this, subtract that. If you're making a cavern complex, this, that, and just, you got the basics. And then you can do variations on that.
And if then this, that.
What?
And if then this, that chart.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
because
it'd be nice if you had just write down the rooms you think you need, and then start making the dungeon with that in mind.
Well, I personally always like throwing in an old altar or circle of summoning or something like that. Something that the players are gonna prod and push at, and even if it does nothing, you know what? Give them enough time. They'll tell you what it does, and you're going to go, oh, shoot. All right, yeah, that's a brilliant idea. I'm going to roll with the one that Dave's came up. It was doing nothing before. Now it's going to do
this.
Yeah, now it summons Orcus when somebody sits their bare ass on it. Or
the
whatever.
Smallest things you throw in there, people will just hunt out.
Yes.
The last adventure I had, I threw in the middle of a cave system a taco stand with a disco ball on the ceiling.
Dude, that's awesome.
And they spent like a half hour eating tacos and dancing under the disco ball for no reason whatsoever because they thought it was cool. So,
hey, nothing wrong with that.
But I figured you'd like that, Glenn.
Oh, I do.
That fits right into any kind of Mad Arc Mage type of adventure.
I ended an episode of Swords and Wizardry everybody was in a tavern, and this female elf was playing a harp, and one of the players said, okay, I send my servant, who is an iron golem, up there to play my tuba. He had a tuba, and so they did a duet of harp and tuba, and that's how I ended this. And then one guy goes on YouTube and finds music for harp and tuba.
Well, there you go. So now you have a soundtrack for your campaign.
And so that was probably the most charming ending of a session I had ever done. I said, we're done for today. Okay, this is like the end of the act. This is the after this commercial break, we will continue, type of thing.
That's awesome, though. I like that.
Yeah, I love it when sessions can just like naturally conclude, and then you can pick up from where you go off.
Well, the best is when you do an adventure and the players will, every time you reference it later on in the game, I hate that guy, or he's such a dick.
Yeah.
And I know Crispy in our chat here can relate, because there was one character he couldn't stand, was one of the Dark Elves named Telnock, and every time I repeat his name, Crispy would be like, I hate that guy, he was such a dick.
Well, I had to make a solemn promise to one of the players that I would not bring up a certain person in this Astonishing Swordsman game like I did in Swords and Wizardry. Because in Swords and Wizardry, wherever they went, seems like every shop they went into was run by one of these brothers who were basically all Gilbert Gottfried.
Oh my God.
And he said, I said, you go into the shop, and the guy's, hi, hello, how are you? And he goes, thank you. I said, I promised I wouldn't. But they go out, walk into a shop, like a magic shop. Yes, how can I help you?
Yes.
I just imagine Glenn's shop owners like being Ted Knight or something like that. I have no idea why.
Hello, how are you?
Yeah, just like that. Yeah. Meanwhile,
I have some wonderful things to look at.
Mary, what did you do?
Well, we're waiting, and things like that.
Yes. Well, I've got wonderful things to show you. We'll be right back after this message.
We're taking a break, apparently. Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully people aren't waiting.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, don't wait.
No, that Astonishing Swordsman games go good.
How long's it been going on for? A while now, right?
This is my second session.
Oh, I thought.
No, I was in before this. I was in a 2-year 5e campaign. We did. We started with Curse of Strahd, and we ended with Tomb of Annihilation.
Old man Grognard was playing 5e.
I've always said I'll play it, but I won't run it. And you know what? We took our character. This is I swear to God. This is. I mean, like I said, I told you I did an episode. We took our characters from 1st to 20th, and retired them. I've never done that before. I've been playing for 30 plus years. I've never done that. That was so satisfying.
I haven't had a character go to 20 since I was 12, so.
Yeah, that's pretty much the first time we played with the one adventure, one level. Everybody put 2 characters through because there's only a group of 4 of us.
Yeah, I think 12th level is the highest I ever got a character before this. But it was a pleasure. It was epic. And like I said on the episode, yeah, it was 5e, which proves that it doesn't matter the system or edition. It matters if you're having fun.
Oh yeah, that's all. It just matters if you're having fun. It doesn't matter the system at all. As long as you have a good DM and a bunch of friends that aren't a pain in the ass, you should be fine.
Right.
So how many character deaths were there in the party?
2,
20th level?
and they were both by my grandsons. Doom of Annihilation was a bitch for them.
Oh, in any edition. Okay.
Yeah. Gage ended up playing a ninja. A shadow mage ninja.
A shadow
where
mage ninja?
He had the ability to teleport, but only between shadows.
Oh, shadow stepping, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Very Elder Scrolls-ish.
Well, as long as he was having fun, right? Yeah.
I was playing a barbarian.
Did you give him a voice and a personality?
I did.
Very good,
Grok Loinbund of the clan Loinbund, who worshipped the bear god, bear spirit, and it was basically Drax from Guardians of the Galaxy. Very literal. Ran around in barbarian garb with the loincloth and stuff, a silvered metal top hat, and a monocle, which he got on the way. And according to my grandson, a unicorn horn that I stuck on my head, which is a Wanda Wonder.
Unicorn on your head? Wow, okay.
He says, I pick it up, I go, damn, that hurt.
Did you legit just hurt yourself? Jeez.
I'm all right. It's just my.
Don't do it, Glenn.
It's just my brain, okay?
Oh, wow.
We don't.
I dismiss it then.
We don't need that.
I thought it was something serious. Yeah. Okay.
It's okay. It's only a head wound.
So what's on the horizon for you, DM Glenn?
What's on the horizon? Dinner. But.
Very good. Thank you.
Well, I'm going to do Astonishing Swordsman. I'm auditioning for a show Saturday. That's a stage show that I'm going to try and do. So that may affect my DMing at the time, my GMing at the time. Plus, I got to go visit my mom. She's 96, and we're going out for Thanksgiving, and
that's elder.
Pay our respects.
God bless.
Yeah, Mom, you would have lived you start playing D&D right now, you get to 100.
There you go.
My grandfather just passed away recently. Was 102.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thanks.
102?
102, and he was always like, "Are you still playing that D&D thing?" Just like that.
Wow.
I don't understand it. I knew cops and robbers when I was a kid with gangsters.
He's always like with the little jiggly things on the table. He used to talk like that too.
You put your jiggly bits on the table? Oh, no,
not those.
No,
different game, Grandpa.
That's
game.
That's Teabag the role-play game. But
he actually called them juju beads. Actually, was what he called them.
Oh, I'm like, gem dice.
I'm like, what? Okay, Grandpa, sure.
Can you roll your juju beads?
And he actually said the YouTube as well. So
the YouTube,
yeah,
yes.
the YouTube. Yeah, but he was. Yeah, I miss him. He was a cute little old guy. I loved him.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how long my mom's going to last, so I want to go out there and see her.
Treasure every moment of it.
I try, and I know my sister's doing all the upkeep on her, and she's going to have a few words for me when I get there, I think. Her and her husband.
Where have you been?
Yeah. No, you run off to Oklahoma, and you
Old School Blues, episode 13, the show about nothing.
We talked about the topic. We gave and we come back every once in a while.
Yes. Come on, we talked about mapping. We talked about the side quest cards from Inkwell.
By the way, Mr. Vince, how's your monster inspiration with Pokemon?
I haven't done that in a long time, dude. I stopped doing that a while ago when I got bored of it, and I just basically
Pokemon connection.
Hey, man, you can do anything with Pokemon.
Pokemon, Digimon, whatever.
No, I've just been focusing on writing regular monsters for the new Mazes and Perils right now, so I can get that going finally.
Oh, nice. What do we got on the horizon for Perils?
Second edition. Gallant Knight Games is going to be backing it for the Kickstarter. Really? So yeah.
Well, send me a copy. I'll review it.
I'm sure. Anyway. Whenever it gets done.
Send me a link. I'll back it. How about that?
Send you a link. You'll back. Oh, Eric's one-upping you.
It's not a contest, okay?
So
but I know
it's all good.
I'm joking, but what I'm basically saying to Vince is when it goes live, ping me.
I said to him the other day, Eric, I was like, all right, when I do my Kickstarter, I'm gonna run it by you first before I go live, so I make sure it's not gonna be bashed by you while it's live.
Yes.
The only Kickstarter I got going right now, aside from Yar, is Advanced Labyrinth Lord.
Yar?
Cool.
And I had the balls to call out
draw.
I did not meet. I was worried because
it's not even due yet, and you were worried.
I know, but you were saying November, and it's like I think about Kickstarters past that you've talked about that I've been involved in. So yeah, and I haven't even seen a questionnaire yet. Oh boy, because I was worried because I still have to put out some money for it, for the print.
Okay.
So that kind of concerned me, that's all.
But since the print copies, I believe, are going to be print on demand, really the only thing they need from you is your email address, which they have.
Which they have, but I just don't know how it's going to work. They can say, okay, it's here. Here's your PDF. Now, do I have to go somewhere else to order it?
You're going to have to order it on drive-thru. You're going to get a coupon code to order your print on demand on drive-thru.
Okay. I'm not crazy about that system, but I understand why they do that.
Dan Proctor, Gobbleoid Games, Pacesetter.
Gobbleoid Games, did you say?
Gobbleoid, isn't it?
Oh, I thought you said Gobbleoid.
Gobbleoid. Damn it, I'm a New Yorker. You'll take the words that come out of my mouth and make yourself understand them. But
and fuck yourself while you're at it.
Yes, God damn it. But
you made me spit up. Come on.
He's done a number of Kickstarters. They have all shipped on time. And let's be honest. If a Kickstarter is 3 months late, it's pretty much on time, so long as they keep. Hi, Ashley. Good. No ass shots this time, okay?
Well, we got a giant eyeball on the camera, so
it's like, can you see me? But yeah, I am not worried.
Well, I also want to get the cover I want, so.
Well, then you'll get the cover you want.
Well, they said like 2 of them are limited edition, 2 of them are. I wanted the one that looks kind of like the original cover, only with the frame around it and everything. I didn't see the Arrow Lotus there, so.
Don't stress it, Glenn. Don't stress it.
All right, but yeah, I had the balls to say something on Facebook.
I know because I got summoned.
You did?
I got
from the pits of hell.
I got pinged in the thread and went, what the heck? And then I'm like, I think Dan was like, I don't want to get on an Eric Tenkar's bad list, and yeah. She asked you how to go to your window. You went back now to your little, sleeping spot.
Well, I don't think you're a pussycat. I know you're a pussycat. So.
Why, thank you.
You're
Usually.
welcome. That gives me inspiration, just to link it back to the episode.
Yeah, that big eye. The big eye in the camera is inspiration, actually. Good.
The eye of Sauron has dingleberries. Yeah.
No, you did not get an ass shot this time from Ashley. You just got the
From Ashley?
Ashley, not Ashley.
It was the last time she was going past the camera. She went past on the live version, and then as the replay, she was going through, and they were like the two cat heads were going like this on the.
Cats passing in the wind.
Yeah, I was just oh my god.
Oh, a passing wind.
So how's your gaming, Vince?
Right now we're running 2 games in my group live. We're running Ghostbusters International and TSR Marvel right now.
Oh well, that's good. Yeah, you got the whole podcast face rip thing going on.
Yeah, we actually do our podcast live, and right behind me that way, or in front of me, I should say, which you can't see, is off camera. No, Glenn, you can't actually look. Come back this way.
Oh, all I see is a picture.
It's a nice picture too. And
now I see a cat.
Now there's more cat. Yeah. Cat ass. There we go.
So you do a live play on this?
Nobody wants to see your ass.
Yeah, I have to show you when the podcast is over, and I'll turn the camera around. But it's a whole setup with microphones. It's like a little studio in here now.
Oh, you guys get together you don't do it remote.
No.
We do live.
We sit right here
in person.
In person. You sit right here in the room, and we do it. Yeah.
Oh, that's luxury from me. I'd love to do a podcast that way.
I could legit hey Glenn, if you're ever over one day, sit in this room. We could do a podcast right here, looking at each other. So.
Sure. I'll take the 3-hour drive.
Stay over at Mike and Liz's house.
Oh yeah, they'd love that.
You could use the spare room.
I have.
Just don't use the toilet.
I have. I feel
use the bucket.
They were nice. Hey. They were nice enough to give me a copy of Victorious. I will return the favor by not staying over at their house.
You're right, Eric.
Are you?
Fine, I'm just trying
to get... I'm still on screen.
Eric,
the cord got
let me tell you. Let me tell you something. The first time I spent a weekend over at Mike and Liz's, and Vince came over, he said, "Oh, you want to go look at the half-price books in our area?" I said, "Sure." And they were driving, and it's like between the stores, it was like 20 minutes, and it's like, you do this all the time? He says, yeah. No
well, yeah, when there's like a 50% off coupon, we do the half-price bookstore tour, is what it's called.
I would do it too.
I know. We have 3 tours. In fact, the first time I did the grand tour, that's where I got all my gazetteers. It's like, I only had to go to one store. Cool.
You ask anybody that's in the DFW area, when there's a coupon, you do the tour, so... Because there's like 10, 15 stores in the area, so.
Yeah.
Wow.
But, it's getting sparse. I go to half price all the time, and it's like, I don't find it.
I go to the recycle books that you saw when you were here in town, too. Remember?
Yes.
The Opera House?
I like that store.
It's got a huge section compared to the last time you saw, so.
Really? Ooh, nice. I remember they had a shit ton of. Sorry, folks. They had a ton.
I think Eric and I blew that a long time ago, so don't worry.
Yeah.
Hey, my Radio Grognard's family friend, Reason, and so is Thaco's Hammer. I think we still have the family friendly.
Wait,
no, we gave up on family friendly on this episode a long time ago.
Thaco's Hammer is family friendly?
Depends on the family.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Last I heard your show, there was a bunch of F-bombs being dropped in that show.
Eric's.
No, I'm talking about Thaco's Hammer. Oh,
well. Yeah, I didn't edit those shows. Brian edited those shows.
Ah, okay.
When I edit the shows, the F-bombs go out. The cussing goes. Even I've dropped one that I've edited out before.
Well, I'm sure the F-bombs go down when Corey's not around, so.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't even think he's part of the show anymore. I always try to grab somebody like Mr. Eric here to, hey, come on our show. We need a 4th.
He's like, no,
well,
I'm busy.
That's when you definitely need to go through another F-bomb, delete, another F-bomb, delete. Oh, he dropped the C word. Oh,
I talked to
Yeah.
Corey the other day. He said he's been super busy with his art, so he hasn't had time to do much of anything else. So,
Well, we manage with the three of us.
well, yeah, you
But
and
hey,
Full On, right, and Brian.
yeah, Full On's usually on the road, which makes it challenging editing because it's like, oh, he's under a bridge. Okay.
This is Full On reporting live from the helicopter, and
There was a couple of times where he was in like a trucker diner.
oh, I
And
heard
he
that.
did the show, and it's like I feel like we're that Monty Python episode where he's live from the such and such diner.
I heard that episode, and I'm like, what is this, dinner with Glenn or something? I kept hearing like cha-ching, cha-ching. Yeah, Thakos Hammer is still running. People in chat are asking if you're still running.
Did you pass the gravy?
Like I kept hearing like the chings of plates, and I heard someone in the background go, "Yeah, you can get that order with." I'm like, was he in a diner?
Yes, Full On was in a diner, and it's like you hear all the stuff in the back. It's like, "Hi, this is Thakos Hammer. Order up."
Listen, you have Jason Hobbs's Anchor cast, and as you listen to it, LB talking, it's like
you hear his GPS.
In 500 feet, turn left.
And then he goes
in
on.
600 feet, turn right. It's like because he's always trying to kill it at the end of the. It's like, oh, all right, yeah, whatever.
That's my argument for editing a show before you put it up.
Don't you can put those things on mute and just see directions.
Yes, you can. He does it for a living, so he drives something for some kind of repair work. I don't know.
Oh, so he does his podcast while driving, I'm assuming.
Yeah, he does it while he's driving.
Ah.
It's not like Hobbs and Friends where you have a mic.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't like all the background noise. It always drives my ears nuts. So no, I mean other people probably like it. I just don't. So.
Hi, this is Thako Hammer. Our specials today are.
Yeah. Where's that order of eggs?
Oh my God! How do you want your eggs? I'm in another state. I don't know what is she asking me for.
Yeah. Welcome to the podcast.
And so last game I chopped that orc's head off, and then I.
Where's my eggs?
Hey, buddy, I'm trying to eat here.
Thank God he wasn't playing like Top Secret. Call 911. They're talking about kidnapping somebody.
I was half expecting to hear, "Where's my fucking eggs?" in the background.
Adam and Eve on a raft, wreck 'em.
My yeah, New York diner. Oh, you my way? Oh.
Yo. Hey, truck and diners are the best eats.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Yeah. But playing a role-playing game in a diner is kind of challenging.
I like playing role-playing games at a bar, actually. It's quite fun.
Is it?
There's a bar here called Gaming... I forgot the name of it now. It escaped me, but it's a gaming bar that you can go and actually play D&D or anything.
I love that. I've always wanted to. I wish there was one here. I don't know why anybody didn't build one here. I've heard of those.
They have one in Brooklyn, but it's mostly board gaming.
Is that where the?
Although I saw the pictures of the bathroom and it's plastic with like pages from the player's handbook, like 1E. As like the wallpaper, somebody cut up one of your like player's handbook and put all the pages up.
Was that where the Red Box Society used to play?
I thought they used to play in. I don't know.
I know they used to play.
A lot of places closed, so
we've had 2 or 3 gaming shops open recently, and they're family friendly. Well, they're what they are is they usually have a crap ton of board games and card games, and you go in, you pay a fee, and you can stay however long you want and play whatever they got in the library. They also sell games. But
that's right. You told me you had to pay a monthly fee and you can go in and yeah, that's right. Yeah, there's like a silver package and stuff like that.
Or you could just show up there, pay $6, and they said, "Oh, you can game." But it's all that. But people play role playing games there too. But they're trying to get the family friendly crowd, which is kind of smart actually. Because if they're trying to catch the family-friendly crowd, they get more. It's not like it's going to die in 6 months. They get support.
The problem with the family-friendly crowd is that people will leave their kids for the day, and then all of a sudden your store is like it's a babysitter for. They don't do that here. They do that out here, and if I was a store owner, the last responsibility I'd want is for your kids for. and getting paid $5 an hour as they're gaming or running off or, it's like, no.
It's funny, the one I go to all the time is in Norman, and it's a game and card and board game place. They also have the D&D Adventurers Guild there too, and everything. But for some reason, for a place that has mostly board and card games, they called it Loot and XP.
Well, okay.
They know what they want to attract. They just don't know how to do it.
I guess so. Also, they can't. We just got the liquor law changed here in Oklahoma, starting the 1st.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We can now sell wine in grocery stores.
Okay.
And we can sell 6-point beer.
Whoa!
I know. Well, before it was like no more than 2-point.
Wow! So everything was barely above an ear beer.
Yeah, pretty much. But now we're actually beer.
Wow.
Real beer.
Real beer. Beer and gaming. Well, my Thursday game is like my GM and another player. They're into the craft beer stuff.
Right.
And so I don't know how long I'm going to stay with that game. That's the Mythic Arthur game I was talking about.
Right.
And Matt, who wrote it, runs it. But by the end of the session, like the last session, I faked a call from Becky. I told her, call me and tell me to come home. Because he was so freaking high and drunk. He didn't know he was just like dragging the game on and on and on. And my character got killed, but I don't care. It's like, it's one of those games where it's like, oh, your character got killed. Oh, that's too bad. Do I still have to play?
Well, let's wrap up the audio portion of this podcast.
Perfect, because Rachel just came home. You can hear.
So, anything you got to plug, Glenn, that's coming out other than the dog barking for you?
No, just Daco's Hammer and Radio Grognard YouTube in its many myriad of forms. Go support my damn Anchorcast, would you please?
That's really gonna really bring people to support my damn show.
Give me money, give me money.
Well, in San Francisco, they used to have billboards and bus signs of the guy who published The Guardian. And all it says was got his face like this. And it says, buy my paper, damn it. That's all it said.
That would get me to do it, definitely.
All right, that could work.
So if you want to visit Tankar, go to Blogspot.
It's an oldie but a goodie.
Hey, Tavern Chat, Anchor, can't go wrong there.
Yep, we got the Tavern Chat podcast every day. We have
who's that? No.
The Tavern Chat Hangout on Wednesday nights on our Discord channel,
which is going to be shortly.
Right? In about 2 hours.
About 2 hours. Yeah.
It's great because that one I can be shirtless because there's no video.
Yeah, I had to put on a shirt.
Oh, I'm sorry. The video made you put clothes on, folks.
Yes, well,
you can't sit there.
How to keep it sexy for Vince? So
I'm a randy bastard anyway, so.
You can head over.
There's an old word you don't hear very much. Usually they say horny.
Get over.
You're Randy.
But I'm old.
Randy, baby. You can head over to youtube.com/c/theevildm for this channel to listen to this podcast, well, watch the podcast live as we end the audio portion of this podcast. Good night, everybody.
Good night, folks. Later.
The audio version is over. The video is on. I wanted to say... Yeah, you can say whatever you want because people are still watching you stream, but... you were listening to Spotify the entire episode, Eric. So.
Rachel was.
My Rachel?
Yes, Rachel was.
That racial thing.
And now that's how you know she's home because it no longer says that.
She was listening to the Spotify. Spotify.
It's the Spotify on the iPhone.
Yeah.
It's on that iPhone thing.
The iPhone thingy.
I got the Android. Yeah, that's it. Like the Windows,
Is that like data from the North Texas RPG Trek? No, I mean Next Generation whatever.
That goofy convention you go to every year.
Yeah, that's
orgy, convention, whatever it is.
Yeah, well,
I think that's just a cover for an orgy.
There'll be those accusations coming out later. Worry about the seafood buffet and the orgy later.
So next year we get Vince's. We get Vince again. Yay!
You get me again for what?
Well, I remember you mentioning you were going to formally go to the con last year. Did you do that? I saw you there, but I don't know if you were there in what capacity.
I was in the capacity of being there. Is that what you mean? I don't know what you mean exactly.
Well, I mean, you said you were actually going to buy a badge.
Oh yeah, I still have to purchase that badge. I got a few things I'm going on right now that money's tied up, so I can't exactly buy the badge. I know it's not that much money, but everything's tied up right now.
Well,
not rich like you or Eric, so you know.
Oh yeah, I'm so rich.
Oh yeah. That's right.
Well,
I'm not the one with the ducks that spit out, that puke out gems. That's
yes.
Glen. Glen has those ducks.
Well, it's up to 70 right now. I think after the first it'll be 80. So.
Yeah.
Just
Crispy said Crispy's saying he'll eventually make it down here.
Hey, you gonna send any games in to run or?
Me?
Yeah,
no,
you.
Nah, I'm not. I don't run games at conventions anymore. I'm too old for that shit.
Well, you do if we ask you if you're there.
If I'm there, yeah, because we ran that Marvel one that was insane. Yeah, I remember that.
That was so much. I still have Montana come up to me, at the convention saying, "Oh, we're gonna do that again. Is Vince here? We're gonna do that again." So cool.
Yeah, I remember he had that gun that was more powerful.
He could not fire the guns, so he carried a bunch of guns and throw them.
The gun was more powerful strength-wise as far as material to throw at somebody than the actual shooting of the gun. So he just kept throwing it at people.
He killed a villain by throwing a gun through his head.
Nice. That's a powerful throw. Listen, I'm gonna bow out. I hear Rich downstairs.
Yeah, I gotta bug out and get something.
All right, folks. Anyway. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Bye.